Okay mga Lods, so welcome back to another content, and for this video po, pag-uusapan po natin yung post ni Amara and yung sa Tier 1. So TLDR lang, so ang Tier 1 kasi, they are taking steps towards accountability, pero it's more of a PR move than actually trying to compensate for the etong mga talents nila kasi yung sa PR kasi first thing na kailangan mong gawin is to acknowledge the mistake, this is it, and then give ways to sasabihin mo publicly kung paano i-rectify yung situation. Okay, so these are all, in my opinion, PR moves or public relation moves to, well, number one is to fix an image, di ba? Fix yung image ng Tier 1, di ba? So I guess kasi with the recent development na nawala si Alodia, tapos may mga allegedly marami daw na mga talents, employees na hindi nabayaran. So that's all that's lahat ng kailangan yung malaman tungkol dito sa kumpanya ng Tier 1. So they are trying to fix their image kasi. Ang problema kasi, they are a para silang star magic ng gamers. So they need clients, okay? Ang problema, if you are in a PR tailspin na ganito, mahirap kayong kumuha ng kliyente na magtitiwala pa sa inyo kung meron kayong napakalaking issue na ganito. Kasi sunod-sunod yung dagok sa kanila, 'di ba? Nawala si Alodia. 'Di ba, pag alis ni Alodia, ang daming isyung lumabas, mga unpaid talents, tapos yung mga empleyadong nagrereklamo, tigpunta kayo doon sa Glassdoor na website, tapos hanapin yung Tier 1 doon, yung mga exit interview nila sobrang lala doon. So ano yung point dito? Ang point dito kasi, they are really trying hard to fix this. Now, ano yung ginagawa ng Tier 1 ngayon na dapat nyong magets in APR perspective? Si Trike kasi, hindi siya yung Tier 1, pero intertwine yun sa katauhan niya dito sa internet. Meaning to say, hindi na mawawala yung pagka-Tier 1 ni Trike. Kumbaga, Tier 1 equals Trike na. Kaso, in the bigger picture, or in the legal sense siguro, yun yung pinaka tamang way dito, Tier 1 is comprised of many stakeholders. Ayan na yung favorite word ni Josh, stakeholders. The stakeholders is comprised of the CEO, board members, employees, and everyone related to Tier 1, including the content creators. Okay? So that is the idea there. Now, the problem is, yung meron kasing mga beneficial owners yan eh. Kumbaga, kung titingnan mo yung kanila, yung profit nila, ultimately doon sa mga beneficial owners ng Tier 1 yan, nakikinabang. So, kung ako yung tatanungin nyo, mas magandang tignan to as yung mga nasa tuktok or yung mga nagmamanage nitong kumpanya na to be liable for these people na hindi pa nababayaran. Problem kasi dito sa post ng Tier 1 is that yes, there is an acknowledgement na meron silang utang sa mga content creator, and shockingly, alam na ng lahat ng tao na yan. Hindi lang nila alam yung extent. So pinakita nila dito yung extent nun. And they are saying na gagawin namin to in due time, 'di ba? We remain committed to resolving legitimate outstanding obligations professionally. So ganun. Problema kasi may nagreklamo na naman, 'di ba? Yun yung hirap dito kasi sa mga PR moves na ganito eh. How can they honestly cash out, quite literally, to pay out itong mga kanilang mga talents na hindi pa nababayaran? So, si Amara TV, nag-react siya dyan. Sabi niya gano'n, silence is literally non-action and lack of accountability. Kasi it's wanting to post, it's wanting to do the deeds, di ba? And lack of accountability. We acknowledge that there has been a lack of communication on the company's part due to downsizing. And yet, allegedly, your CEO always spotted partying with girls in the clubs. Ay. So, well, that is a rumor. Okay, here's yan. Wala namang value yan. Pero here's what I can say just to support the point ni Amara. Kasi si Trike kasi, meron siyang post na may katabi siyang sports car. And we know, sports car is millions of pesos siya, di ba? Hindi, wala naman kasi sa networking business si Trike, di ba? So kapag tas ang haba, long post yun na parang sobrang successful niya sa sa esports. Well, totoo naman talaga successful siya. But then again, it will bite you back pag may mga ganitong issue of non-payment sa talent. Pero ang argument kasi nila and yung argument ni Josh Mojica, wag nyo daw sisihin si Try kasi nga yung tier 1 is a business. Lahat ng business ay nalulugi. Pero dun sa mga nagde-defend kay Josh Mojica, sabihin nyo yan kay Amara TV. Explain nyo kay Amara TV. Hindi ko kayo nakikita eh. 'Di ba? Lahat kayo rito ay suporta kay Amara TV. Pero nung kay Josh Mojica naman, suporta din kayo. Pick a lane. Magkaibang issue yung pinaglalaban nila. Yung isa, protektahan yung big business kasi syempre mas nag-i-empathize siya doon dahil isa siyang malaking negosyante rin. Tapos si Amara naman is like you and me, mga empleyado tayo and our business is our service, correct? Paano ko nasabi yun? Like dito sa channel natin, dito, may dalawang uri ako ng content essentially. Isang political, isang non-political. There are people who consumes my political content. There are people who consumes my non-political content. Some of them, yung kunyari, yung may intersection, kunyari may social media influencer na na-involve sa politiko. So yun, merong intersection. Pero most of the time, polarized yung aking mga nanonood sa inyo. Ang point doon, yung service ko, ino-offer ko doon sa mga taong nanonood ng mga ganong klaseng content. This is why, miski magalit yung iba sa akin, yung iba naman natutuwa. Gets nyo? Ganun talaga. Negosyo siya eh. Kung ayaw nyo yung bilhin yung isa yung bilhin nyo. Ganun din si Amara. Ang binibenta niyang service is yung kanyang gaming. Yun yung kanyang binibentang service na binili ng tier 1. So is it correct na hindi bayaran ng tier 1 yung service na in-offer ni Amara? Ano sagot doon? No, di ba? For what reason? For whatever tier 1 reasons is, kasalanan nila yon. Huwag niyong isisi doon sa mga kinuha nila. Kasi ito naman mga tao na to, whether nag-apply sila or linapitan sila, they were guaranteed a payment for their service. So if the payment did not come, whose fault is it? Is it the fault of the content creator? Magagaganong ka ba sa akin ngayon? Sasabihin mo na ang may kasalanan ay yung mga content creator? Of course not. It's your fault. Fault yan ng company for mismanaging. Ganun talaga siya. Diba? Sabi dito, I remember when I had this project na natapos ng 2023 and then I would consistently follow up my pay and would get ignored. Tapos biglang 2,000 for a year after I get response, check comment section for the screenshot. Ito yan. Sinabi na dito na 50% na lang daw yung babayaran kay Amara. Okay? So yung kasunduan ng una? Syempre hindi. Isipin nyo kung kinsenas katapusan yung sahod nyo tas yung katapusan hindi dumating pero pumasok pa rin kayo. Syempre magagalit kayo. Why do you empathize with people like Josh Mojica and Trike? And then ang problema kasi, yung iba sa inyo are not really understanding the PR move na ginagawa ng tier 1. Focus lang tayo sa goals. The goals is to get these people, Amara and all. Hindi lang naman si Amara yung pinagkakautangan ng tier 1 eh. Meron pang mga ibang content creator na hindi sila nagsasalita. Maliit yung utang, malaki utang, it does not matter as long as magbayad. Di ba? Tapos ayan, and the remaining project which part of the contract said the payment was installment and indefinite. You paid 25% last month after months of asking my compensation. When I follow up, it takes months to get a response. Or if I'm lucky, I'll get there's still no update that we can provide at this time. By the way, some of the content creators who did the same project has not been paid at all up to this day. So kita nyo, ang laking problema ng tier 1 yan that cannot be saved by any PR move. Kasi nga, ito ang sinabi ni Josh Mojica, pinakita niya yung business model ng tier 1, di ba? They need clients kasi nga kumikita sila sa ads at saka sa pagpo-promote ng kung ano man, di ba? So they need talents for their clients. Sila yung go in between eh. The problem is, why are you getting talents when there is no when there is no clients, 'di ba? Yun yung masakit dun eh. So paano yun? At saka kung meron kayong pina-service na halimbawa si Amara, I suppose nagkaroon kayo ng service si Amara, whatever, hindi kasi ko na, pasensya na dun sa mga fans ni Amara kasi hindi ako nanonood ng content niya, hindi ako mahilig sa FPS ng mga games. So, okay, so I believe na kung hinire si Amara for a specific task or specific project, there should have been a client behind it. Kasi go in between lang naman ang tier 1 eh. They are just connecting the client to the talent, 'di ba? Ganun yung, and they take their cut, 'di ba? So how is it that, ito yung tanong dito eh, how is it that yung nakuha ng client yung service na gusto niya, pero yung talent hindi niya nakuha yung perang dapat nasa kanya, 'di ba? Where did the money go? Kasi doon yun yung mga tanong na kailangan nating isipin dito eh. Anong sasabihin mo? Kunyari si Josh Moyka, nalugi. Kasi paano? Kasi sumobra yung OPEX, yung operation cost mo. Why? How can that be? You are just streaming. You are just closing a deal, kakausapin mo lang yung kliyente, and then magbibigay ng pera yung kliyente mo, magda-down, and then that's it. Hindi ba, hindi ba sinabihan yung mga talent na to, na ganun lang yung sistema, ganun lang kadali yun? May gulay. Patawarin talaga. Anyway, I empathize with all the content creators and the employees. Kasi I heard may mga employees daw, try to read yung Glassdoor review sa tier 1. Makikita niyo yung sinasabi ko. And kay Trike, this is really nothing personal. It's a very public matter. Bibigyan kita ng advice, pare. As someone na content creator and nababash online, just drop the pretense of a company. Just own up. Then that's it. And then, kung hindi mo mabayaran, just file for bankruptcy. Ganun lang naman yun eh. Kaya mga lods.